All right, Louis Capaldi is here. Welcome, Louis.
Woohoo! Let's give myself
Do you
a
get
round of
excited
applause.
about yourself? Like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm Louis Capaldi.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm definitely excited. That's for sure.
and you smell so good with your suntan.
Thank you very much. Yeah, cheers. I really care about how I smell because I feel like I look like the human embodiment of what BO would look like.
Get out
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God.
I feel like I'm fully aware that I look like I would smell bad. So I do pull out all the stops to try and make myself smell as inviting as possible.
So this is a safe space, Louis.
Thank you. I feel safe.
And I'm glad you do. And you don't have to do self-deprecating with us.
No.
I feel like that's your thing that you use to get the girls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. That's it. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not working.
Poor Louis. Come on over. It's not working.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, so is it really? Is it bleak?
What, my love life?
Yeah.
It's pretty barren these days, but I'd say it's more down to my work schedule. Yeah.
Excellent.
And that's what I like to tell myself. I work so hard that I don't have time for love.
Yeah.
Not
But
just
what about
now,
when
anyway.
you're not working? How are you feeling about prospects and love?
Oh, when I'm not working?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, it's pretty barren at the minute. It's pretty,
Even when you're not working, though.
even when I'm not working, yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty, I haven't known the touch of a woman in many years. Let's put it that way. I spend a lot of nights alone, just getting to know myself.
Sure.
And I get cozy, I get weird. But yeah, I think I'm searching for love. Okay. So if anyone, get in touch with us on. No, I'm joking. But yeah.
Well, look, Louis, you've got Forget Me Out. Who did you write Forget Me about?
My ex-girlfriend. So I did have a girlfriend one time.
Yes.
Once upon a time.
Yes.
But yeah, so I was out with this girl. Lovely lady. We broke up, and then like a year later, I had kind of noticed that she was like moving on. Like, do you know what I mean? I still followed her on Instagram, which was probably a bad decision.
Oh, well.
You need to break things off.
That would, yeah.
You know
I
what I
mean, have you yet? Have you unfollowed?
No, because now I'm over it. It's
No, now you're over it.
So it's like
Okay.
fine. But
All
at the
right.
time, she looked like she moved on. She looked really happy. And I hated that.
Yeah,
I
of
was furious. I was like, why haven't you even slightly got fat? This is outrageous that you look incredible. You're glowing. Why? What's so good about life after me? So yeah, I wrote this song about her. And about that feeling of like, I didn't want her to forget about me because I didn't want it to be like, it felt like in some weird way we were still connected if she still like hated me. But yeah.
In your video, you're floating and you're wearing your swim trunks and you're partying.
Yeah.
Is this a common scene for you in life when you do have time off?
And my Speedos, yeah.
Do you like to float and drink?
Yeah. I float and I drink, yeah, for sure. I mean, I definitely drink. Yeah, I float gingerly on the top of the pool of life while I sip on the cocktail of dreams.
What is your
Do you know
drink?
what I mean?
What's your drink?
I like a Guinness.
You do.
I like a Guinness and I like a lager. I'm also partial to a frozen strawberry daiquiri.
Oh, yeah.
If the mood strikes, I love a mimosa.
Yes.
And I love a mimosa. Like, do you know when you wake up and you're maybe a little bit hungover? Not hungover, but you're maybe a little bit tipsy from the night before.
Sure.
Yeah.
And someone goes, let's go get mimosas.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, this is the best day ever. This is now like, that's better than the night before. You could have had the best night out, but those morning mimosas are the ones. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love a morning mimosa.
I never say no.
Exactly. Yeah.
How do you feel about Bloody Marys?
Bloody Marys. I don't like tomato juice.
Yeah.
Tomato.
It's
Well,
a
what
little
would you
rough.
guys? Do you call it tomatoes?
Tomato.
Yeah,
I'm
tomato.
okay with
I
it.
call it tomato.
Tomatoes, yeah.
You say tomato,
I
tomato.
say tomato, you
I
say.
say tomato. There you go.
All right, so Louis, I know that you've been very vocal about mental health issues.
Yep.
And so I pulled some articles for you. There are two things that you can do if you ever feel like the world is too much. Because you have a lot of fame now, and even though you are very grounded and real, and a lot of your friends say that you haven't changed, which is a beautiful thing.
I try my best to remain aloof.
Right. But still, I'm sure that things creep in that bring anxiety. I think all of us suffer
of course.
at some extent. How are the panic attacks lately?
They've been all right. Yeah, they tend to get. I mean, I've got my panic attacks are fine. General anxiety still is there.
Yeah.
It's still there. I'm trying out medical cannabis for the first time.
Yes. Okay. Is it working?
The other day I took so much that I was hearing voices, so that was like it induced it. It's only the oil as well, but it's just a new in the UK. It's legal for medical use, but not for for like public consumption.
Yeah. Sure.
So I've kind of been trying that out. It's kind of been helping, I think.
Yeah,
I feel pretty good. I've got Tourette's as well, so that's something that like I twitch quite a lot and stuff like that.
What
so,
brings that out? When do you notice that?
when I'm twitching, when I'm, it's interesting because I always thought it was like just when I was anxious, but apparently you can be anxious, you can be excited, really happy, like really. It's just like you can be full of adrenaline, intense
it makes
emotion.
your heart beat.
Yeah. It's quite interesting. It can be, but then some days, like sometimes it's like really subtle, and other times it's like super intense. So it's just one of those things you need to sort of ebb and flow with over the course of the rest of my life, I guess.
Well, these are natural things that you can do.
Okay.
A 1 hour walk in nature.
I love nature.
I love nature.
Can I tell you
And if you
something?
take your shoes off, you can.
You're grounded with the earth. Yesterday I did this thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to point at you.
Yeah. It's okay. I liked it.
Thank you. Yes, I'm glad. I did this thing yesterday called PIMF. It was like you do it's like electromagnetic fields.
Oh, okay. What did you?
That sort of give you the same. It's meant to give you the same thing as walking in nature. In future, I think I would just walk in nature because it's like it's like the way I can describe it is I felt like. Do you know how the MagSafe chargers you get on the back of your?
Yes.
I felt like the MagSafe charger.
Yeah.
You got lying in bed and it's sort of like there's these little pulses going through your body, and it feels like you're charging. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I did feel great after it, but it was just like it was definitely. I felt like a cell phone on a human vibrator.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's what I felt
sure.
like.
Yeah.
But just not in a fun spot.
No, fun spot. No.
Well, that's one, walk in nature. And another one is, and this has to do with vitamin D.
Yep.
And getting a lot of sun.
Oh no, I know where you're going with this. She asked me the other day if I do this. I'm embarrassed already.
Okay.
Like
right.
you're going to be talking to Ryan Seacrest. He does this. We've done it together.
Yep.
Take off all your clothes.
Oh God.
Right.
Legs up in the air. Spread them and let the sun get in that crotch.
I've heard this, by the way. Sunning your
taint.
Is it? Yeah, your taint. I've heard. By the way, that's so weird. There's these two comedians called like Chad and JT, and they talk about it intensely.
Yes. And you tried it.
I haven't tried it.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I think I live in like an apartment block, so I think, and with like a shared garden.
And
I
you're
don't.
Louis Capaldi.
Yeah. I don't think, and I have hemorrhoids, so it's equally like I just don't want to give a lot of people a fright in the morning. But I would definitely try that.
Yay.
Sure. But then wait, is it like you're on your back and you roll your legs over?
Yeah. Okay. Picture this. So you're on your back and your legs are straight up in the air.
Yep.
Okay. So you're like a 90 degree.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then you just.
Wow. Okay. I see. It's like Transformers. Roll out.
Oh my God.
Louis, you've only been here 4 minutes. I feel like I've known you forever.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, we've shared a lot about each other.
You know who the first
Okay.
person, really quick, out to tell us about Louis Capaldi was a lad by the name of Niall Horan. I'm going to play you what he said about you.
Okay.
Listen.
And I just kind of said it to Lewis, I love what you're doing. If you ever want to come and play a few tunes or have a beer or write a song, let's do it, whatever. And we ended up meeting up over a game of rugby and a few beers and became good mates. And his career's kicked off. We've become really good friends. And I don't really have a lot of I know a lot of people in music.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure, I bump into artists all the time or, and you have that in common. So it's always a good chat. But I could say himself and maybe Shawn Mendes.
Oh, yeah.
Would probably
I love
be
this bromance.
my actual friends that I would
Right.
actually hang out with.
Who was that?
That's.
I'm joking.
You
I'm
fell
joking.
for it.
I'm joking. No, that's lovely. And
Yeah.
it's the feeling is 100% mutual. I would say
Yeah.
I only have like a handful of genuine.
Who are your best friends? That's
Yeah.
you are Niall's, but that doesn't mean Niall is
No,
yours.
yeah. I mean, Niall. Yeah, cool, whatever, brother. I'm kind of hanging out with billionaires these days. So no, Niall's like genuinely one of my closest friends, and music especially, but in general, just like. Yeah, as he says, we've become very close. I'd say him and maybe like Ed Sheeran are the only two ones that I would count as like friends. Maybe I'm probably missing someone out, and it's going to be really awkward when I next see them. But like I think
You're going to be in a bar with Harry Styles. He'll be like, dude.
Yeah, I sent that. Well, I've never met Harry Styles.
Oh,
But I
okay.
did send him a DM once at 4 a.m.
Oh,
when
okay.
that was a video on Instagram. You know how they disappear.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but I know he screenshotted it because it tells you when they
Oh,
screenshot it.
yeah.
And he texted me saying, "This feels like a "Are you up?" text."
Oh,
And I haven't. Again, I can't stress this enough.
Yeah.
I don't know this man.
okay.
I don't know what I've sent him. I know I was hammered at 4 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning.
Okay.
It could be anything.
Oh.
Could be.
And now it's just gone.
And now it's got. Well, he's got it on his phone.
When you meet him, you're going to have to.
I say, show me that picture now.
Yeah.
Delete that.
Yeah.
I bet
like-
it's just like a picture of me being like, "Do you think I've got hemorrhoids?" No, yeah. He looks great.
Yeah,
He looks
I
great.
need a Louis Capaldi sticker. I'm going to put it right over Harry's
Yeah,
face.
right next to Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Forget Me. It's a beautiful video. It's a great song. It's meaningful. Where does all of this emotion come from?
Just years of trauma. No, I'm joking. No, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm quite an emotional guy. I like to feel things.
Yeah.
I feel quite heavily, whether that's being happy or being sad. I find when I write songs, it's easier for me to channel the sadder stuff. Because when I'm happy, I'm not thinking about it. I'm like a Labrador. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, everything's
you're all
great.
Licking people.
Yeah, I'm licking people on the street, taking dumps on the side of the road, having my dad pick it up for me. Yeah, like I'm happy, a happy-go-lucky scamp.
Yeah.
And I think
when the
when
sadness
but when
comes
I'm
in,
sad, I
yeah.
really like to feel it and analyze it. I mean, it might be part of the reason I have anxiety, but like it's like I really like to analyze it and kind of dissect it and be like, what is it that's making me feel this way? And then that just leads to me then.
Beautiful music. that
Beautiful
become
music.
Global hits.
Thank you. Yeah, good. Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't happen for everyone that way. Are you writing
Yeah.
for others? Are other people like, Louis, you got to give me some of your juju?
I have written Juju. That's good. I like that one. I have written for other people. Some of the songs they've been released. We released a song with Rita Ora that did not do well at all. Sorry, Rita. I feel bad for you. But it's to be fair, I saw her play at a festival the other day, and it's amazing.
You loved
Yeah.
it. Well, you wrote it.
And in my defence,
Yes.
it was right at the peak of COVID.
Okay.
It was just as we were coming out of COVID, so people weren't being able to promote or whatever. But yeah, that did not do well. And then we did a song that was released by a guy called Sigala and James Arthur in the UK.
Yeah, I know James. Yeah.
And that did well over there. But yeah, I'm very keen to write for other people and do as much as possible with that. But I just wanted to get this second record under my belt before I start going Ed
Yes.
Sheeran and
Yeah,
sending songs out all over the shop. But yeah, no. So the focus was just this record. But yeah, it's definitely something I'm keen to get into. Because listen,
I'm sure a lot of people ask.
I want to make some money.
Yeah.
I want that
In
Ed
your
Sheeran-
underwear
I
or
want-
in your trunks that
Yeah,
you're wearing.
exactly.
Indeed.
I want that Ed Sheeran money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
I've seen that man's house.
Totally. Let's go back to young Louis. When did you know that you had this gift?
I don't know. I never really. I know I joke with all the self-deprecating stuff, but I never really thought I was a good singer until I was like 21.
Okay.
So like I'd already been signed
And
by
now
a
that
record
you're
label at
22,
this point.
you're like, look what I did.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I think it was like one of those things where I enjoyed doing it when I was younger. And when I look back, I could still hear that I was not a very good singer. But then it just kind of like something just happened, maybe like in between 18 and 20, where I was like, oh, I really found my sort of
Yeah.
voice, if you will. But yeah, I've always done it. I've always played music since I was like 4. So yeah, I've been in it for a while.
Your own pizza line, your own pizza brand.
Yes, big sexy pizzas. That's what they're called. That's literally what they're called. They're called the big sexy,
The big sexy meaty one.
Yeah, the big sexy meaty one.
And the big sexy cheesy one.
Yeah, sounds about big sexy cheesy one doesn't sound as nice as a big sexy meaty one.
Yeah, I like the meaty.
Yeah, exactly. Big sexy cheesy one sounds like you've left it out for a few days, but like, trust me, they are both delightful.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're selling them over here yet, but
Well,
listen,
we should and we will.
yeah, thank you, please. And if you can, order them online because again, it all just helps. I've got a mortgage now; it's crippling. I really need your help.
Yeah, it's the big sexy. So, okay, let's talk about that. You had to commit to a house.
Yes.
And how often are you in it?
Not at all. So the thing is, I bought this house.
Uh-huh.
That Ed Sheeran had sent me a link to this house and was like, because he knew I was looking.
Yes.
So he sent me a link to it and was like, oh, you should. Well, this place looks really nice, and it was beautiful. It was sprawling hills. There was a lake. It was like a farmhouse aesthetic.
Jesus.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be amazing. And I'm quite an impulsive person.
Okay.
So I went and I saw it and I went, I'm buying this place.
Did you give Ed a budget?
No, I know. I did tell him. I did tell him, like, I'm looking to spend roughly this. So he sends it and he's like, buy a place for like future you. Don't buy a place for now. Buy a place that you can see yourself ending up in. And I was like, that's smart, Ed. Thanks very much. So I go to this place and there was a bit of a smell. There was a bit of a smell like smoke and like they had a lot of dogs. So it was like wet dog and smoke, which was fine. I was like, when they go, because they smoked indoors, when they leave, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I move into the place, and 2 weeks in, I realise I've made the worst decision of my entire life.
Oh, no.
So I'm looking for Ed Sheeran, if you've seen him. Hasn't returned my calls in months. Ed, if you're out there, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I want that money back. But yeah, no. So I've moved out of it.
Okay.
Moved out
and now
of it.
you're in a flat.
And now in a flat. And
where
now
your neighbors are going to see you sun your
my
region.
my taint. And as taint, is that the word you call it over here?
Yeah, that's it.
In Scotland, in the UK, we call it your gooch.
Your gooch.
Is that a thing?
Okay.
Gooch. No, you don't call it over here gooch.
No.
Gooch. It sounds like Gwyneth Paltrow's thing.
Yeah, goop.
Goop. Yeah.
Goop. We call it a cooter.
Yeah.
A cooter.
No, the cooter is a...
I thought that was a vagina.
Yeah, that's a vagina. You know why they call it the taint?
Why?
Because it taints your balls and it taints your butthole.
Now we're in trouble with management.
That's amazing. I need to start calling
Louis
it
Capaldi with his next hit called
Sun the Taint, baby.
and then you go on every major U.S. talk show.
Ah, Lord. Where were we? Your house.
Yeah,
So,
my
yeah.
house. My house.
Ed's in trouble.
Talking about tainting.
Yeah.
My house was tainted.
Oh, yeah.
Tainted by smoke, and they
Yes.
left their dead dog's ashes. So I just threw them in the bin, obviously. Just threw them in the trash immediately, and then so I've moved out of that place. I'm having it renovated,
Okay.
which is a headache
Yes.
in itself.
Yeah.
Something I never signed up for.
Yeah.
So that's being done,
mean,
but I don't spend much time at home.
Ed sent you down a really long, torturous path.
Oh, trust me, trust me. I know. And now when I hear anytime I hear his song on the radio, I get PTSD thinking about that. Thinking of that house. My bad habits lead to you. And I'm thinking, oh no, it's going to cost me so much money. Those light switches that I need to confirm.
Oh, God.
The electrician bills. It's horrible. Anyway, Ed, if you're out there, and I see you, it's on site, brother. Actually, I saw him a few weeks ago. It's fine.
Oh,
I printed this for you to take with you. These are all the great things you get when you sun your taint.
Okay.
This is a primer for you.
Oh, wow, there you go. Sunning your yoni. What's that?
I don't know why someone...
Better sleep, balanced hormones, more energy, higher libido. Come on now.
Yeah.
Thank God, because mine's has been... I'm on these pills at the minute that just kill it down there, so don't you worry about that.
okay.
Yeah, it's been a while. Increased creativity, sweet freedom is one, which I quite like, and a nice tan. A nice tan taint. Nice tanning taint. Tanning your taint.
Aside from all of this, Louis, and music, what else do you like to do? Like, what are you? Do you golf? I know Niall's a golfer. Do you golf?
See, this is my problem. I don't have a hobby.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I just like to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I
And
like
write
this.
music, I'm sure.
And my music, yeah, but that was my hobby that became my job.
Yeah, that's right.
you
So
know what I
maybe
mean?
this could be your hobby. You come up to our show.
I'll be there,
Talk to
100%.
people.
Yeah, 100. I'm in for it. And now this is sunning my yoni is going to be my, it's going to be my new thing that I get really into. Looking forward to that.
Okay.
Next time I come in here, I'll have the most tanned taint in show business. Take that, Ryan Seacrest. Next time I see him, I'm just going to be like,
You have to. Wait, are you doing a show today?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No, but you'll see him at Jingle Ball and
I'll
all
see
these
him,
other.
yeah. And I'm like, I know where that taint's been. That's what I'll say.